You're listening to The Party. You're listening to The Party.
All right.
And we're back here on The Party.
We are.
Yes.
And we have a very special guest with us. It's Meg Warren from Repartee.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for having me back.
Let's start with questions. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Let's just dive right in.
Jump in.
For our new listeners who might not know much about Repartee, do you want to just give a little
Spiel?
spiel about...
Yeah, absolutely. So we are a synth-based pop rock band. So we have a lot of keyboards, a lot of synthesizers. And we started here, we had our first show here in St. John's in 2009. But we didn't really start actively touring and, making the band a professional pursuit until we released our full-length album last year. It's a year ago, coming up on September 30th. And then after that, we've been touring around Eastern Canada. We've done some showcases at the ECMAs and Canadian Music Week and Halifax Pop Explosion. And we're hitting the road in just a little while, actually, and going back up to Ontario and back.
Cool. What have you been up to since last time?
Since we
the
last
party?
spoke, yeah. Well, we recorded an EP over the summer, actually.
Yeah.
We were home for most of the summer, and we wanted to take advantage of that, being home and having access to a studio. So we recorded a 4-song EP with this guy, Rob Rose, out in CBS at Car Crash Studios, and he's wicked. And so we're releasing that. We have a show at the Rock House on Friday, September 14th. And we're going to have some physical copies available there, but it's going to be mainly digital, available online, mainly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what we've been up to.
It seems like that's the way to go now in the music industry.
Yeah.
Digital, right?
Yeah, and I've been researching it a little bit because I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to all this stuff. Like, I find the music business fascinating because it's changed so much and it's still changing, and it's it's really hard to see where it's gonna go, predict what direction it's gonna go in. So it's basically just everybody experimenting and finding their own way. So I read about this in 2007, I think it was, Radiohead released this album called In Rainbows, and they did that with a pay what you want model online. It was like a digital release, and that has kind of been the prototype for a lot of bands since, in terms of distribution, like independent bands, bands without a label, just kind of throwing it up on there online so people have the opportunity to take it for free if they want. Of course, because it's always better for people to have your music rather than, if they don't want to pay for it, then that's totally fine with us. Everyone would kind of rather that they have their music anyway. So, yeah, it's the music industry is incredibly interesting right now.
Yeah.
Going through a lot of changes, I guess.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the model is just ass backwards now. It's just, over the last 50, 60 years, it's just, changed so much. It's especially in the last 10 years. It's just since, Napster.
10 years ago, there was no internet piracy. I don't think that the big corporations know how to handle it.
No, it's crazy. And physical album sales peaked in, I think it was the late 90s, which was, not even 20 years ago. And it's just crazy that you can go from the top of it, the top of the selling the most copies of something, and then completely that model is just gone. Yeah. It's crazy.
All right, let's get into some music here.
Yeah.
This is from Repartee's debut full-length album. This one is called Just in Time.
He was one of those guys, brown hair and violet eyes.
I'm David Suzuki, one of 30 million Canadians. We're the world's second biggest consumers of energy, and we're making the planet hotter. We use more energy than the entire continent of Africa, 680 million people. Cutting your heat and energy use by just 10% will make a positive difference, combating global warming as well as ensuring a better tomorrow for our children. The future is in your hands.
Cool the planet. Find out how at davidsuzuki.org.
Hi, this is Matthias Kalm from The Burning Hell, and you're listening to The Party on CHMR.
For 20 years.
Exxon, a quarter pound of fresh beef, cable TV, Diet Pepsi,
LSD,
the Lord Jesus Christ himself, America's willingness to go to war, Chevron.
I've been on drugs for 20 years.
And besides all that, you're listening to CHMR FM.
All right, we're back here
on The Party
with Meg.
Hello.
Yes.
I'll try not to speak over you so much.
We're not talking about chicken wings this time, though.
Not this time, unfortunately. That's too bad.
So going back to the EP, who does the songwriting in Repartee? Is it you?
It started out that way. I started the band, and then like the members have kind of been fluctuating a lot over the last 3 years. But now the songwriting is split up between myself and Robbie Brett, who plays keys and guitar, and Nick Holtis-Clark, who plays drums. And actually, when Tyler Lovell just left the band because he's studying recording engineering in London, Ontario. And he was kind of sitting in on a few sessions with us. And basically what we do, like, between myself and Robbie, one of us will bring a demo or an idea or, like, even just, like, a chorus or a melody line or something to the band, and we'll work on it either there or we'll take some ideas and sit with them at home individually and work on them together. So in the past, it was a lot of my tunes that the band arranged, but now it's a lot more collaborative for sure. Wake up, Chelsea.
Sorry. No, sorry. So let's talk about making your EP. What goes into putting it all together in that process?
Yeah, it's a really long process, and I think every time I go into the recording situation, I underestimate the time and effort and money that goes into it. And like, I mean, I keep thinking about the full-length album because it's so it can be overwhelming sometimes when you think about it. And I'm like, some artists thrive in the studio and that's where they feel really inspired and all that, but I'm kind of a bit more of a performance-based artist. I get a lot of my inspiration from being on stage and going to shows and experiencing music that way. So I find the studio, especially towards the end of the process, can be a little bit frustrating sometimes, but it's definitely nice to get your ideas that have been floating around for months and months actually on something tangible, on, like, a song is recorded now, it's there forever. So that's really cool. And I mean, it's just, I'm making it sound like recording is like pulling teeth. It's not like that at all. It's really fun, especially when you get to work with people that you really like to work with. But yeah, I mean, it starts with pre-production, which is, getting all the songs figured out and planning. It can be anything from figuring out the arrangements to planning the schedule of the actual recording and all that. And then you actually go in and record it, and it's it's kind of built up on layers, and then you send it off to manufacturing, and there it is.
Cool. So is there like a common theme between the full-length album that you guys put out last year and the EP that's coming up this year? Because I haven't heard the EP, so
yeah, there is definitely a common theme. Like we as a band, Nick and Robbie and I we think a lot alike in terms of the music that we listen to, the music that we like, and the music that we're inspired by. So that will kind of follow us wherever we go. I do think that the EP it kind of shows our growth as a collective rather than all my tunes. Like, you know, the band kind of worked together a lot more cohesively than we did for the full-length album. And I think that it shows, like, our songwriting together has gotten better and our playing together has gotten better. And I think that that's reflected, even though it's only 4 tunes. I think that it's reflected in the EP for sure.
Mm-hmm. Going back from to inspiration, I was asked by a couple of guys if you guys were inspired by 80s, because you guys seem really 80s when you're on stage, and especially like the way you dress and stuff like that, and like the synth and all that. And do you draw inspiration from the 80s at all?
I do. I can't say though that there's any particular artist that like I am really inspired by. I think for me, and I can't speak for the rest of the band, I don't know what they think, but I find that it's more of a general admiration for the music that came out of that time period. And a lot of it has to do too with the fact that I just really, really love synthesizers, and I love just the idea of this new technology that came out 30 years ago, and 30 or 40 years ago, that is like it. I mean, they're fascinating. There's like different patches for every single sound that you can imagine, you know, like they're so diverse, and I really, really enjoy writing and listening to that kind of music. I don't know, something about synthesizers that I really like, and that's probably the 80s sound.
So I think we're gonna hit up another song of Repartee.
Yep.
We're going to go into Your Heart.
Never been the ones to follow. Just been
And we are back here on the party. We are here with Meg Warren and also Warren Gordon, my co-host, and I'm Chelsea Skanes. And we're just having a chat.
Yeah.
So, Meg, how often does Repartee get together to either rehearse or just jam or play around with songwriting?
Well, when we were hard at it, we got back from a tour in at the beginning of May, and we took a kind of a short, just a few days off, and then over the summer we were rehearsing 3 or 4 days a week.
Wow.
And writing a lot. I mean, and like, you know, that's what we do. We'd kind of just get there, and it was pretty like a laid back feel. Mm-hmm. We would run through some tunes that needed to be rehearsed, but a lot of the times it was just kind of playing around with ideas and jamming choruses and verses, and just kind of like creating songs that way.
Yeah. So would you say that this is like a full-time or part-time career for you guys?
It's definitely that's a really good question, because it's definitely, like, I look at it as a full-time career. I serve occasionally while I'm home, because the worst part about it is that right now the band is not making any money. Right now it's costing us all money.
Yeah.
You know, it's like any small business. Once you start it, it's always, you know, a huge investment right off the top, and then it takes a while before you actually start to see some of your hard work pay off. But when we tour, nobody else in the band can have jobs, you know. I mean, like, they can come back to their jobs, you know, like Nick works at Best Buy and Robbie works at Sport Check, but I mean, it's nothing, and like he privately teaches as well, but it's nothing like you can't really have another career and do this, because it's just so time consuming. And like I said, especially when you're on the road, you just don't, like, how can you be away for weeks and months at a time and still have another job? So yeah, it definitely is. I mean, it'd be nice to make some money, which will eventually happen, but it's just, yeah. So.
Going back to tours and stuff, do you actually, you did say that you have plans for the EP for a tour.
Yeah. We're our first date after the 14th here in St. John's is in Moncton on the 18th. So we have a few days to kind of get there, which is nice. We don't have to rush. And then we're traveling as far as Ontario and coming back in time for the Music NL conference and awards, which is the 8th to the 14th of October. So back in time for that.
So would you guys consider like touring across all of Canada?
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. This is, you know, we have been touring for a year, but I still feel like we're kind of just dipping our toes in the water, you know, like, I mean, we'd like to take our music as far as we can. Europe, the States, Western Canada, of course, you know, we're all into it for the long haul, you know. We want to make a career out of it, and we all love being on the road too. Like, it's so exciting just thinking about it, you know. We've only seen Eastern Canada as a band, but it's just so beautiful, and you meet so many wonderful people, and I really just love doing that. So for sure, we want to take it as far as we can.
All right, this is some more Repartee for you. This is Missing the Sun.
I just don't stack them next to you, and every little thing you do is breaking boundaries and brand new. I may sit here with the truth that I don't understand the rules. I'm down and mingling with the fools while you collecting all the jewels. I just don't stack them next to you. Way up over the clouds I wonder. Maybe I'm just did it again, I did it again. I did it again, I did it again. I did it again, I did it again. I did it again, no, no, no.
Every Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m., join your hosts, Warren Gordon and Chelsea Scaines, for The Party. Make a request at 864-7935 or on Facebook and Twitter. That's this Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. on your only alternative radio station, 93.5 CHMR FM.
Go ahead, kitty. Go outside.
Outside? What are you, crazy? It's a dog-eat-cat world out there. Please, not outside. I could get hit by a car. Pick up some disease. Get chased by the neighbor. Be rained and snowed on. It's a jungle out there. I'm staying inside where I'll be happy, healthy, and live 3 times longer than an outdoor cat.
Do you know where your cat is? For more information on keeping cats happy and safe indoors, call your local animal shelter or the Canadian Federation of Humane Societies.
Listen to 93.5 CHMR FM every Sunday night from 8 to 9 p.m. for completely improvised acts. Who's Got the Mic is the name of the show, and what you'll hear are things completely made up on the spot by our performers. It's sure to be a barrel of laughs. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Who's Got the Mic. Again, that's every Sunday night, 8 to 9 p.m. Be sure to tune in.
And now for my next number.
This is CHMR 93.5 FM, your only alternative in St. John's.
The Newfoundland and Labrador Lobach Literacy Council Incorporated, NLLC, is seeking individuals across Newfoundland and Labrador interested in helping others reach their full literacy potential by becoming a tutor. Training is provided. Or, if you or someone you know is in need of a tutor, please call. All services are free. For more information, please call Sherry Humber at 634-1441 or email lobach.adprojects@gmail.com.
Welcome back to the party on CHMR.
Yes.
93.5 here in St. John's, Newfoundland.
I don't know how, I stumble over that because I've read it 100 times. I don't know how I get tongue-tied.
I'm your host, Warren Gordon.
And I am Chelsea Scaines.
And we are joined with...
Meg Warren. Dun, 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 dun.
We should have theme music for Meg now.
Fanfare. We're work on that for next time.
Next time you come in, we're gonna have theme music group.
Okay, you can just beatbox and I'll say my name over it.
I can't. Can you beatbox?
No.
Okay.
We'll get somebody who can.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Boom.
For next time. So we have a show coming up next week.
Yeah. Yep.
Big show at the Rock House.
Yes.
With Hearsay.
Hearsay. Yeah.
Yeah. My question was, have you guys done a show with Hearsay before?
I don't think we have. I've seen them play a million times. I'm huge fans of theirs, and actually, Robbie, our guitarist / keyboardist, also plays with Hearsay. Okay. I don't believe that we have done a show. That's a good question. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I'm huge supporters of theirs, and I really, really love what they're doing. There's some really, really talented musicians in that band, and I'm not just being biased because they're all my buddies, but you know, they're just doing really smart stuff musically. And Adam Martin, the front man, is a really great lyricist, and well, I guess lyricist is not the rapping term. Forgive me. He's a great rapper. He really is, and he's really energetic on stage, and they're really great live band, and I'm really excited to be playing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
For sure.
So, where can listeners buy tickets to this show that's coming up?
They can buy them at Fred's Records,
okay.
Which is downtown on Water Street, and if you don't know about Fred's, you really should. It's really like it's like the cornerstone of St. John's music and Canadian music. Not the cornerstone, but you know, it's such an amazing little oasis of a place, because it's like, you know, like we talked about before, the music industry is kind of being thrown up in the air. So to have a place like Fred's be still thriving and doing so well and doing so much for local artists, it's just it's a wicked place. So after that spiel, you can get them at Fred's, and you can also pick them up at the Ship Pub.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just bear with me for a second here.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the show next week.
Mm-hmm.
It's Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
We're in backstage at the Rock House.
Uh-huh.
What's Repartee doing?
Oh, that's a good question.
Do you guys have like a ritual?
No, we drink a lot of beers. No, I don't know. I mean, we're kind of pretty low key. I kind of am a little bit uptight. I'm uptight about a lot of things, especially right before a show. I'm always worried, like, oh no, is the sound gonna be okay, and should we do this song in the set list, and you know, is everybody here? We gotta go, come on. So I'm always pretty uptight, and then the rest of the band is always the opposite and really laid back, and so I'll be freaking out, I'm sure, internally. I don't actually get like, I don't know, crazy or anything, but yeah, it's a nice little balance. So probably not much. Probably just some going over the set list and having some drinks with some friends and listening to Hearsay.
Of course.
Yeah.
There you go. Right?
Yeah.
So you guys have played at the Rock House before, yes?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Would you say that's your favorite venue to play in St. John's?
It's definitely one of them. Anywhere that has Tony Murray involved. Tony Murray is the promoter for the Ship and the Rock House, and he's just amazing. He's a really good friend of the band's, and he is one of the biggest reasons why the St. John's music scene is booming. He's really great. So he does the promotion and the running basically of the shows at the Ship and at the Rock House. And yeah, I mean, the Rock House is a great room too. The stage is nice and big, and it's a lovely venue. The bar is set up in a really cool way, and it's right on George Street, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there anywhere else left in town that you haven't played that you'd love to play at?
Mile 1. I mean, no, not really. Like, it'd be nice, you know, in our dreams to be able to play a show at the Delta Ballroom, for say, you know, like just like Hey Rosetta do, or even like Club One is a step in between those two places. You know, I mean, it's just it's nice now because we're, you know, I really enjoy playing the Rock House and stuff like that, and yeah, I mean, it's a great room, so there's not really, can't really go anywhere up unless you're thinking about more, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a great space.
Cool.
Okay, here's some more Repartee. This is
I used to name.
I've been crawling through the scene to make you see me. I'm good at keeping myself low. You've been holding back and hesitant to look at me, so I hold shiny blades to make me glow. I walk paranoid, they'll find me undercover, so I smother it as tonic sweetly sits behind my lips. And if you ever had a reason to believe me, it's here from the guilt I feel. I'm left alone, and lie with me only when you hold me, and you'll never dig me out. Because the darkness, she allows me with the fury. I am bound and tied, wrapped in all my made-up pride. Ooh, it's passing by me now. It's passing by me now. It's passing by me now. And I can't wake up. I used to dance, but now it's not about me. I used to dance, but now it's not about me.
And we're back here on the party. Was I turned on? Yeah.
No, I caught you just in time.
Yay!
Like her song, just in time. Yeah.
Yay! Nice.
Nice segue.
Yeah.
So, what has been the biggest challenge for Repartee as a band?
Or if there's no
there's
challenges,
been a
that's
challenge.
fine. We'll just go
Next
on.
question.
No. That's a good question, actually. That's a really good question. I would say that the biggest challenge that we face, I mean, there's challenges at every level, but I think right now is that we don't have a team, like a team, like a management or a booking agent or anything like that. Right now, I'm doing all of that. And I like it because it's, you know, it's interesting And yeah, I'm a bit of a control freak when it comes to that stuff, so I like that. But it can be really stressful sometimes because there's just, I'm basically doing the job of like 5 people. So, on top of that, I have to, like, I don't, like, especially as we get closer to a tour, I literally don't have time to write or like do the stuff that I started this freaking band for in the first place, like I find that pretty challenging. So right now, I guess that's probably the biggest thing that we're dealing with, other than not making any money. Once again, that would be awesome too. But I mean, these are all things that every band goes through that, and you eventually just work your way around it. And,
So what sort of direction would you like to take the band in the future?
Musically or either way?
Yeah, either way.
Well, musically, it's, like I said with the EP, we've kind of are finding our footing with writing together, and I definitely want to keep exploring that. I didn't actually really write songs a whole lot before I started the band in 2009. I'd written a lot, but a lot of it was from a classical point of view. So writing to me in general is still really new, but writing with other people is brand new. So I definitely am really interested in working with the band and exploring their different ideas and the different things that they can bring to the music. From a career point of view, we all want to do this. We just kind of want to be on the road and playing all the time and writing and jamming and just, making this our lives, our careers.
So what kind of advice would you give to people that want to follow the same kind of path that you've taken with making music and bringing it to people?
I would say I think that if you really want to take it seriously as a career, you have to look at it as a business from the start. And and I struggled with this a lot in the beginning. A lot of artists find that they have this perception that business and industry is the opposite of art. And they can be pretty reluctant to kind of indulge the business side of the music. But for me, I mean, and my philosophy changes on this daily, but what I've been thinking recently is that, if you were playing in a band for fun, like strictly no business agenda, just for fun, playing shows and all that stuff, having a laugh, you would still have to work a day job anyway. Nobody's dicking around all day and getting paid for it. So I feel like if I just put that energy that I would be putting into supporting myself financially into building the band and pursuing something that I really enjoy, I figure I'm much better served that way. So that would be my advice, is to just, if you really want to do it, then take the business side not as seriously, but it's really important, almost as seriously as the music and the creative side of it. It's definitely not to be neglected.
Okay. So if there's fans out there who have heard your interview and they're interested in obtaining a copy of Repartee's album or EPs or whatever, how would they be able to get a hold of your music?
You can get it online at our website, reparteemusic.ca. That's kind of our base, our home base for everything. I always direct people to that. We also have, and on the website too, you'll find like our Bandcamp and
iTunes.
Yeah, the album is available on iTunes. Okay. The EP probably won't be, although actually it might, probably will be, but not for a while yet. And yeah, we have Facebook, facebook.com/reparteemusic, and twitter.com/reparteemusic. So we're all over the interwebs. Yeah.
Cool.
Is there anyone else? Is there anyone out there you'd like to shout out to?
Shout out to?
Yeah, shout outs.
Ooh, I feel important now. I will give a shout out to the Hearsay, because they're so great. And yeah, that's it.
Cool. All right.
Okay, let's check out Repartee next week at the Rock House.
Yes, at the Rock House, yes.
With Hearsay. Tickets are...
Tickets are $10 in advance, and you can get them at the Ship and Fres Records, and it's $12 at the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
And check out Repartee's new EP, which is out next Friday.
Yep, you can only get the physical copies available only at our show.
Cool.
We won't be selling it in stores or anything.
So you better go to the show.
Yeah.
All right, this is Repartee. This is I Would Die Before You. Thanks, Meg, for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Come over to my humble abode. I wanna see what's underneath the clothes every minute, but your heart's not in it. I'm ready to accept the blame. If I chewed up your heart and spit it out again, I regret it. You don't get it. Slowly you might come around, and I'll fix up the pieces of your broken crown. You deserve it. You're fucking worth it. And I would die before you if it meant that you'd be alright. I'd live my life looking forward to my demise if it meant you'd be fine. Only you have made me feel like I've regained control of the steering wheel, and I never wanna see September. If I could ever find the words to say that your arms around my body is enough to make me wanna die, holding by your side. Still I would die before you if it meant that you'd be alright, be alright. I'd live my life looking forward to my demise if it meant you be fine, if it meant you be fine. It's astounding when I think how we've become this solid bind. It's perplexing how you occupy the deepest of my mind, and it's a sobering thought to know that whether or not we're thinking husband and wife, you've changed my life, and I would die before you if it meant that you'd be alright. I'd live my life looking forward to my demise if it meant you be fine, if it meant you be fine. And I would die before you if it meant that you'd be alright, be alright, be alright.
All right, so welcome back to
The Party on CHMR.com. No, not
.ca.
.ca. I don't even know why I added the doc. It was supposed to be 93.5.
93.5 CHMR FM here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada.
Yes.
It is also available on chmr.ca.
Yeah.
As well as iTunes.
Yes. If you go into, yes, because that's how I used to listen to the show. You go into your radio setting on iTunes, go to universities, and then you can find CHMR that way.
And also, it's available on Belliant and Rogers.
Yes, on the TV. I'm not sure what channels it is, but you can find it that way because I know that's how all my family listens to me. So hi, family, because I know you're listening to me right now. Well, not right now because this is pre-recorded edition, but you will be when I'm on air. Hello, future self.
Are you doing this again? All right, so thank you very much for Meg Warren from Repartee for coming in. She's really nice girl, isn't she?
She's a very nice girl.
I think we should have her back on the party again.
I think we should cook her jigs dinner.
We should cook her jigs dinner. That's funny. We should.
Yes.
I
think we should just have every band that we've ever interviewed ever over
just have just big party.
Well, I mean, we'd have the instruments people.
It's the party.
Hey, we have a kitchen party.
The kitchen party.
We should add another hour onto the party called the kitchen party.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Because then we'd have to play all Newfoundland music. So, let's get back to let's play some more Repartee. Sure.
Cool.
Check out Repartee next week at the Rock House.
Yes.
With Hearsay. It's going to be an awesome show. Also, it's the only place where you can pick up their physical EP.
Yeah.
So if you're a huge fan of Repartee, I highly suggest that you go to that show.
Definitely.
And pick up that EP and,
listen to it.
Make Meg and the rest of the guys in Repartee happy.
Yeah.
And make us happy too, because we'd be happy if you buy the EP.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely support local artists.
If you send us a tweet and saying that you bought Repartee's EP, we will send you back a smiley face. So send us a tweet.
Yep.
I was guarded all my life, walking proud, alone, and without you, a steady heart, a stubborn